What's up, Broncos country? How y'all doing today? My name is Kevin, and welcome to the Halftime Hash. We'll have a special guest here for you in just a few moments, but I'm going to let you go ahead and start joining as I go through and share this around and whatnot. If you're watching, go ahead and hit that share button for me as well, please. The first half is just now wrapping up, so we're going to see where that ends. Obviously, it's probably going to be 10-3 as the Broncos failed to convert on that 4th and 2. But real quickly, because I can't multitask apparently. Post your comments, post your questions. Glad you're all here. Let's see. Bob, how you doing? Yeah, so, we'll definitely talk about that here for a few minutes. The 4th and 7, very, very, very gutsy call that clearly worked out in our favor. And let me know if you guys, how the video quality is. But the quality 4th and 7 down play was really gutsy, but it worked out. Bad challenge, which that's what Fangio does. Terrible challenge. And then the 4th and 2, why didn't we take a timeout? It was clear there was some confusion from Williams, but we were still we ran it anyway. There's no reason why we couldn't have taken a timeout there when there was some confusion on the side. Okay, I will be right back, everyone. And here we are. I'm back. Okay, hopefully that fixed the video quality. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I am struggling here technology-wise. Let's see. Robert, how you doing? Andrew, yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with my internet, but we're going to roll with it. Let's see here. Jimmy, how you doing? Should have taken the field goal. Should have. You could argue that, but also when you're playing the Chiefs and you're in that position and you have Williams, who's been doing fantastic, right? It's tough to sit there and say, well, just take the field goal. I like that we went for it. I don't like how we went for it. That was my problem with it all. So, and again, bear with me, everybody. Hey, Jared, how you doing, man?
Oh, hey, I was here to save you because I started watching. Your quality was bad, so I thought I'd jump in.
Speaking of quality, your mic is doing its mic thing again.
You know what? You're good call. Good call.
So bear with us, everybody. But Jared, we're gonna get your input here, and then we'll get Raymond in here as well too in a few seconds. So I think it was good that we went for that 4th and 2, but you know what, Jared? I'll let you kind of break down what you saw from that first half.
So let's talk about the 4th and 2 because it's fresh on my mind, and there's a couple things that I have thought processes on. The first one is, you know what, 4th down, we're going for it. Twice on that drive, we're having a really good drive. We go for it. There's two things here that's big for me. One, I'm pretty sure Fangio, after that play, you probably didn't see the video, but I'm pretty sure he looked up to the box like that was what you went with. And the only reason I said it is because they loaded the side, and unfortunately, Miners made a bad block. Right, he made a bad read on the down block. But you got to get that middle linebacker on that. That's like big on that play. And the second thing is Teddy Bridgewater not being able to call audibles at the half or at the line, because I feel like if he would have saw that, he would have been able to call the audible at the line. That was very, very difficult. It could have been a 10-6 game right now. Unfortunately, it's 10-3, but we're still in this game, and our defense is not playing that bad. After that first drive, our defense is stepping up and doing it. But yeah, there's a couple things on there that I was really frustrated with, and that's what it comes down to. And there's Ray.
We got Ray in the house.
What's going on,
we got
man?
all
Listen,
three.
I was trying to find a beer, but all Kevin's got is Trulies in his fridge. So what a truly terrible end to that first half. Wasn't that, huh?
I like what you did.
Am I right or am I right?
I appreciate that. Lots of things going on there for sure.
Listen, people, we are real people, so I just want to mention that real quickly that we are friends here. What's up, Robert? How are you?
Yeah, we're all friends.
You get
We see each other on the FaceTimes and the StreamYards, but we're real friends. We really hang out with each other.
We know each other. There might be a coach opening soon. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, but let's look. All this negativity around that 4th and 2nd. Okay, I get it. I like the call to go for it. It didn't work out, so everyone's going to say that was terrible, right? What about the fact that we killed over 12 minutes on the clock and moved the ball from our own 4-yard line down to the Kansas City 7-yard line? I mean, that says a lot. If that doesn't give our offense some momentum and some confidence, I don't know what else will. Now, I'm guessing it's still 10-3.
Yeah, 10-3. Looks like a little completion for about 20 yards there at the end of half. But hey, what a weird game of football. I've never seen a game of football where one team has the ball for the entire first quarter, and then they give the ball to the other team, and they get to keep it for the entire second quarter. I mean, what a game. I mean, like it was like an hour for a first half of football. We're all going to be in bed by 9:30, man.
Yeah,
I know, and honestly, if we could have punched it in at the end, it would have been a tie score, and it would have been exactly what a tale of 2 quarters at that point. If we could have punched it in for the end zone, but we couldn't, and that's unfortunate.
Right.
Now, what are we seeing from Teddy so far? It seems like there's been a couple times where he had somebody open, but didn't really take the pass. I don't know, just maybe some. I don't say fear or, stalling a little bit, afraid of turning over the ball, I guess,
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's some deep balls that are open, but I feel like a couple of them are on the short passes. There was an end zone shot where I think that the show that NBC was showing that Noah Fant was wide open, but I think he just got flushed to the wrong way. I think he got blitzed from that side, and that was a good play call on the defense. He got flushed to the wrong side. There's no way he would have saw back shoulder on the opposite way he was rushing that guy. Even if he would have thrown it, probably would have been picked. So, look, we have no turnovers in this game, and that was probably one of our predictions. That was one of our things. Like, turnovers are going to be huge on this, and the first person to get a turnover, I think, is going to be the one that loses this game.
Yeah, and Williams has bailed us out a couple of times on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, what has he got? 12 carries and 60 yards rushing or something like that in the first half.
Already.
I mean, that was enormous for that purpose, but it just seems like the pressure has just been a little too much for Teddy today. But little miscues, right? Sutton on that little 9 route down the right edge. It just seemed like he just overshot him just by a touch. Looks like Sutton kind of gave up on a route a little bit on that deep down the field route. It didn't look like he might have caught the ball, but at least he would have been in the mix right there. But yeah, I mean, you're right, Jared, managing the game in a meaningful way right now for sure.
Yeah, Javonte Williams, 14 carries for 59 yards. Boone, 2 carries for 17 yards.
Right.
That's pretty
With
good.
a huge run, yeah.
Boone stepped in.
Really good point here is we have passed the ball 18 times and ran the ball 18 times.
Yeah.
Now, 2 of those were scrambles from Teddy, so weren't designed run plays, but still, even then, you're looking at a very even play calling. And that's,
huge.
If we can come out, what we need to do is thinking about Chiefs getting the ball to start the second half, hold them to at least the field goal, but then we need to not freak out and keep doing what we were doing when we get the ball back again, get that touchdown and do what we do. So,
yeah. And Reno, we love to argue and I love to disappoint you here, but I don't think it's the fact that our quarterbacks can't throw for anything. I think Sutton saw the 2 safety look. As soon as he made the post route, both safeties collapsed on him. He wasn't expecting it because he was double covered. And I think that was the big issue there. So yeah, I think that was a very difficult part of this game is him throwing downfield and up deep, and that's it. And other than that, I think our team is doing decently well. I think if we can control the clock the way we did in the second quarter, if we can control the game the way we did in the second quarter, we have a chance to win this game. We just have to keep the ball out of Patrick Mahomes' hands.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, the Broncos were never going to win a 34-30 shootout with the Kansas City Chiefs, right? I mean, the recipe here is a 2017, 21-14 type of a game. I mean, that's certainly where we would get the, that's how we win this game today for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
There's what I'm looking at here is the Broncos really playing smart.
Yeah.
And while it's still just 10-3, we didn't get any points on the last drive. The fact that we've been playing smart says a lot. So look, I wish we could go back to that first drive, the second drive, and gotten something from one of those 3 and outs. I mean, anything from those. I mean, you'd be talking about a totally different game right now. So I don't know. I'm liking where we're at, even though we're down by 3 now. Again, we have got to find a way to not let the Chiefs come out and get a touchdown in the opening drive there.
Totally.
Yeah, I mean, That's really what it comes down to. We got to come out and just drive the ball and control the clock. And if we can finish it out with that end zone touchdown, it's a tie game, and we continue going. That's it.
So not sure what this raid thing is about in YouTube, but this is going to be our most watched YouTube video today. So
Absolutely.
Fine. I'll acknowledge you all and appreciate you at least.
Hey, Perna and Grossi
here from different football teams, but appreciate the raid, whatever that is. So
yeah, I'm not sure if you should watch it, but Grossi's a big Packers fan. Obviously, Brandon Perna, huge Broncos fan. One of the original YouTube Broncos guys. Yeah. Going into it, and absolutely love the raid, guys. Thank you guys so much for the YouTube comments and the YouTube follows. Yeah,
please subscribe, by the way. That helps us out a ton.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Okay, we got John over here as well. So, John, how you doing, man? What you think from the game so far, man?
What is going on, man? I'd love to see Ray here. It's been a while.
Yeah, what's up, John?
It has been. Look, all these guys on at the same time. This is awesome. This is great.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys have given your thoughts so far. I don't know. I mean, it's a 7-point game. I wish we had the ball coming out.
Yes.
I don't. Yeah, I apologize, Chris. I know I'm a little late.
Yeah,
I really don't know how to feel. I'm not happy. I'm glad we're at least still in it, right? Like there's still a chance, but man, that whole second quarter was the Broncos, and to come away with 0 points hurts.
Yeah. Brutal.
That's a long drive. It was a motivational drive. It was a big, and I think that's why he went for it on what was it, 4th and 2 or whatever. I think that's the whole point, was to try to get that motivation going in the second half, like that. Like, hey, we're tied, and we did a drive from the 4-yard line. Like, this is huge, but it just didn't end up. And I get the point. I do.
I understand it too. I just wish. One, I wish we had gotten points, of course, but.
Right.
I guess the one benefit from that is that we don't give Mahomes any time in the second quarter to go down and score some points, like no time at all. So That's one benefit. And it does swing momentum our way a little bit. I just don't know if it feels like Fangio's approach to this game has just been different than every other game. Like coming out from the start, winning the coin toss, and then deciding to take it. Like we haven't done that really all year. And our offense has not started well. Like why? It's really just because they're worried the Chiefs are going to come out to a hot start, which we go out there 3-0 on the first drive, and
and the second drive.
Yeah,
and the second drive.
Right.
Yeah, this is a big part of it. I think our run game's doing pretty well. I think Javonte Williams as a good workhorse is running very well. You had a couple good runs from the backup from Minnesota, but overall, I think Teddy's just getting absolutely destroyed in the pass rush. And that's something we have to really fix in the second half if we're going to get anything. And we have a lot of very good wide receivers, but if Teddy doesn't have time to throw to him, there's no way that he's going to be able to get the ball to some of these very good wide receivers that we have.
Yeah, you're not wrong there.
3-and-out times 2. Yep. Jimmy should have taken the 3 points. So a lot of people saying we should have taken the 3 points, right?
Right.
I mean, it's one of those things. Like I would think that if we just took the 3, we'd all be sitting here saying, why aren't we more aggressive? Sure. I mean, think back to, the Vance Joseph days about, Flacco standing out there saying, why aren't we more aggressive?
Right.
We'd be sitting here saying right now, being like, we should have gone for it. We were on the 7-yard line. We just went for a 4th and 7 and made it. Why did we go for it?
The issue with that play, though, I mean, if you were watching it, it looked way out of whack, though. I mean, Williams was not even lined up behind the quarterback. He was lined up behind the guard, and he looks over to the sideline, and he's putting his hands up. And then I think he hears Teddy say, hut, and then so he didn't even take off from the right spot. And you can see that Williams and Teddy sort of ended the ball off and kind of ran into each other slightly at the point of contact. So, I mean, I think, hindsight 2020, of course, but man, it would have been nice to get a timeout in that moment. As soon as Williams looked to the sideline, just get a timeout there. Even if you are going to go for it, we're just combobulated from the start on that one right here. So, man, it's something else, and I think we're probably coming up on kickoff here. Who's watching the game? Anybody watching the game?
It's just about time. So, really quickly again, Jared, my internet is busted again. So, Jared, why don't you go through the list of all the stuff we have for y'all?
Hey, make sure you guys are following us on obviously all of our podcasts on all of your podcast streaming, both Orange Weekly and Ragers. I think we're doing decently well on Ragers. We're expecting a big passing game in the second half, but make sure you guys are following Ragers in the second half. Orange Weekly on all your podcasts. We have tomorrow night after the Monday Night Football game, we have Orange Weekly After Dark. Tuesday is our flagship show, Bourbon Broncos No BS. Obviously, we have the pregame podcast, the postgame podcast. We have our tailgate talk, and obviously here you're joining us on the Halftime Hash. Really appreciate you guys joining us on that Halftime Hash. And overall, we're just a bunch of guys that are just super excited for the Orange Weekly, the Denver Broncos going forward, and we're going to be here no matter what. Win, lose, or draw, we're going to be here. Playoffs or not, we're going to be here because guess what? We bleed orange and blue, and that's about it.
We're all wanting to pull up this comment all at the same time, which is why it's going down, up, down, up.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bill. I appreciate it. That's what we try to do for sure. I know my internet's busted, so hopefully you can hear me. But Rob, Postgame Podcast as well. So make sure you guys check that out. We'll see you soon. But anyway, it's time to go. Broncos, I think we got it. We're not out of it by a long shot. We just got to shore up some things defensively. I think come out strong in the second half, and there we go. So. Anything else to add, guys, other than very strong?
Go Broncos!
Take care, everyone.
And Kevin only has Trulies.
I do not have a